Episode number 20.
I was waiting for you to do that, Corey.
It's the only reason I come on these live streams with you, is so I can assist with that intro magic. How you doing today, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing, Corey? It is number 20. We've had 20 of these, and we're going to continue it going for sure. But how are you doing also?
I am doing good. It's been a busy week. I'm actually taking
Yeah.
my very first legitimate short vacation since I've been working at VeVe. I mean,
No!
going on conventions and stuff is almost kind of like a working vacation. But yeah, so it's been I've been doing a little bit extra hustle to make sure, all my team has what they need to work the magic like they always do.
Yep.
But yeah,
No
busy,
way,
busy.
man.
We
No,
got
what
good
are we
stuff
going to
coming.
do? What are we going to do without you? For how long? No, you deserve it, Corey.
It's a 10-week sabbatical. Whenever I come back, I'll be wearing a turtle shell as like a helmet and have a beard down to my chest.
You're going to go find yourself, of course. But I found you. You're right here.
Here I am.
Here you are.
Well, how's everyone doing in chat? Let's get chat going.
Let's check it out. I just want to say hey to everybody. Thanks for joining us today. As always, it's Corey and MC episode 20. So we're kind of, we're moving along here. We're gonna have some fun stuff planned for future episodes. You just stay tuned, and you'll see what we're gonna be doing. And we have a big show today, as always. We got some announcements, including at the end of the video. You're going to want to stick around for a Star Wars announcement because we have a new reveal to give you, which is going to be great. And we're going to talk a little bit about upcoming stuff that we have, maybe, in the month of May. Of course, we have lots of other stuff to talk about as well. We got Blackpink coming tomorrow, so we'll break that down for you, explain exactly how it works. And that's going to be a lot of fun. And as always, we have our mods in the chat, Josh and OMW.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys, for coming here today. You can see them over there commenting, interacting with you guys. If you make comments and interact with us today, everybody, as always, you have a chance to win a couple of VeVe giveaways. And it's just going to be random. So make sure you're in there chatting, saying hi, having fun. As always, of course. And we're going to get to a whole bunch of other stuff. We have the VeVe feed. We have the VeVe contest, content creators. In terms of the VeVeVerse contest, we have anniversaries to go over. And like I said, we have announcements. So going to be a fun show, Corey.
I am excited. Those are my favorite. I think my favorite parts is looking at all of the content that's being created. Go figure, content guy. But yeah.
I know. There's so much going on. It's absolutely amazing. Of course, we'll cover some of the stuff that people have done. And of course, we had, David Yu. He's gone on a couple of interviews. One of them was on D and Hinano last week, which we talked about in the last live stream. That was an amazing video, with a whole bunch of co-hosts there asking him questions. But he also, and I'll show you in just a second here, where you can listen to his recent interview with the Collectors Hub, where he talked about the history of his company, like VeVe, but also the history of, where he came from and collecting. And I know, Corey, you and I haven't really on air talked a lot about our history and stuff like that, but we'll probably get into that around that time. I'll ask you a couple things, about, where you came from, and just for a few minutes. I always like to retouch on those things because you have your awesome channel and you've just come so far. So it's pretty amazing.
Haven't we all? You and me, everyone in chat, we've all come from places and are going other places.
We're on a journey. But let's get started. If you want to do the transition, Corey will get the window up and we'll start getting into our stuff.
Oh yeah, let's do our 2-person array. Ding.
There we go, everybody. Check it out. We have the VeVe feed contest again going, and thank you so much. This has been one of our most popular social engagement posts. And people are just going nuts with it every single week. It never fails. We have tons of people who are, submitting, and voting as well on the VeVe feed in the app. And as well here, you can see we have 12 new ones that we put up. And we're just going to go through them again today right here. And of course, this actually does end, later tonight. So it's your last chance to get in there and vote, everybody, and we'll go through each one and have some fun. But if you get in there and you vote for the ones that you like the most and just comment about the other ones you love as well and share and retweet it, you have a chance to win. And of course, the people who did the VeVe feed have a chance to win as well. So I know, Corey, this is probably one of our favorite segments. That's why we always start it off. And there's some really good ones in this particular week right here. I mean, check this out right here, Jeffro 73.
It's perfect.
I know. And look at the background. He's like hard at work
Gondek
there.
Ducks. Hailing from Pittsburgh. Good old Gondek.
I
Win
know.
more Gondek.
Yeah. I mean, so this is kind of a perfect one, right? With the lighting and everything. It looks like he's all hard at work doing his graffiti and art and everything. You got to love it.
Yeah, it's really nice depth of field.
Yeah. Good job, Jeffro, right there. And then, of course, we have Stacks ROI. And this is a nice little black series, a Batman original, from back in the day. This is the Joe Madeira one, I believe, from the series 1. So
very nice.
Cool. Yeah, it's very cool. Look at the background right there.
He's going to take that horse and ride it.
I know, right? I mean, I love to see the locations about where everybody is. It's actually awesome, Then we got Chombo Fett. Look at this right here. Absolutely amazing with that collage of people. I mean,
yeah, DC
so many great characters
right
in
there.
I know, right? Look at all of that right there. I mean, like, you have to spend here. Let me try to zoom in on this so people can see right here. Look at this. Look at that. It's all like DC. What do you think, by the way, of the...
and that's just a fraction of all the... like, that's not all of them, Like, consider how many there are. It's really, really cool.
What do you think about the new Superman coming out? Are you excited about that?
Yeah, I just have to drive like 45 minutes to get the nearest movie theater. That's all.
Well, hey, you can always stream it later, right? But it's a trip into town.
Yeah, a trip into town.
And then we got Wax Vision. I mean, look at this right here. Galactus and Gambit still are they're bearing tons of creative fruit.
Reminds me of X-Men 97, right? Like what just aired, and then there's the scene. No spoilers, but there's a scene with Gambit and a Sentinel. It's pretty impactful emotionally.
See, yeah. I haven't seen the whole series, right? Because
you should watch it.
Yeah, I watched like the first 4 or 5 episodes, and was really getting into it. And then I think we went away for, I think it was the Christmas break. So we went out of country, and then when we got back, I haven't got back into it and watched it yet. But also, Corey, I am more of an 80s kid. So I know the X-Men 97, of course, is like a 90s cartoon that like people loved, all that kind of stuff. So I'm enjoying it for sure. But I've been enjoying the Spider-Man one, the new,
you were telling me about that.
Yeah, that one's really, really fun for me because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan anyway. But look at that, Wax Vision. Great job on that, as always. And then we got Sit Pello. Look at that with Aladdin. Look at the background. Where is this?
Where is it? Chat. Use your geocaching skills.
Yeah.
What's it called? Who are those people that can like look at pictures and then they pin a map and they can tell you within a radius? Where is that? What's the info?
I know, right? I love the locations for sure. Ronnie, yo. I had to do that. That was a callback, a throwback to a couple of years ago. There you go, Ronnie. He used to show up in my lives, and I would always go.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the heck?
That was a personal one just for Ronnie right there. He knows what I'm doing. But yeah, there's another one right there. And then we got Bucky right here just hanging out at the laundromat, just doing their thing. You got to love it. Take VeVe anywhere you go, whatever you're doing. I love
Vibrating the safe open. Just a little bit of burglary happening.
Careful, Corey.
What?
That's awesome. And then we got Demo Ventures right here, just going for a nice drive, just like you would when you're going to go see the Superman movie. This will be you and Heather. You guys will go for a nice drive down to the,
Just add 2 rambunctious children in the back seat, causing a ruckus, and about 45 minutes. A little less of the afterglow, and a little more of the "Are we theirs yet?" And you're right, that picture's exactly like our family trips to the movies.
Yeah, and the same car too, right? Isn't that how you guys dress when you go out?
Absolutely.
Have you ever cosplayed though? Honestly, because you could do there's a few that you could do for sure.
Outside of like just Halloween type stuff, no.
Oh yeah. Well, me with the 501st and the.
Yeah, you're not even cosplaying. That's like a lifestyle. The 501st Legion isn't a cosplay. It's a lifestyle. It's a culture.
I think that's actually the motto.
Is it really?
I don't know.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It would make sense for sure.
Do you have a tattoo, Aaron? Is there a 501st tattoo on you somewhere?
No. I still have to get my VeVe
501st.
My VeVe tattoo is what I have to get.
Oh.
There's a few out there. Look at Badoodle right here. Another car right here, of course, with the
Extreme.
Lambo. Yeah, that's the Lambo, I believe, right? With Rogue in there. So that's the secret rare too, right? That's the one that I actually have the secret rare of that one. That's
That's an extra premium image, Badoodle. Good work, old chap.
that's a nice one right there for sure.
Or
Those are
old girl.
yeah, two high end entries right there, and then Cosmic Disarray. Another. I mean, look at this. This is like
really awesome, actually.
I know, this is like Harley Quinn going crazy, and a few others for sure. But I mean, that diorama, that is just. I mean, it is just crazy, right? I mean, look at that.
It's really good.
Yeah, just absolutely awesome. So this is, by the way, just in case you're just joining us, we're just going through the VeVe feed contest right now. Make sure you vote. I'll show you the main graphic on X as well. It ends tonight, the ability to vote and also the ability to win. So have some fun with that. And we're just going through the last couple right here. And then look, Chick Cow Tom right here, just taking it in for a little servicing, everything's got to be up and running nicely on the shuttle.
That's an expensive quarterly maintenance. I've got a feeling it's a little more advanced than just a tire rotation, topping off, the fluids, that kind of thing. Change the blinker fluid. That's good. That's going to be pricey.
Yeah, I think so. Just be careful, everybody. When the Emperor is going where the Emperor needs to go, you can't have any breakdowns because that might be your last trip. So keep it serviced, everybody, if you got it. So that's very awesome right there. And then we got Colian right here. Look at this and talking about Star Wars. I mean, how nice is that?
It's really nice. He's used the TV. I thought he was on location somewhere, but I didn't see that top gap until you actually zoomed in. So I thought maybe he was at like a park or something that had a bunch of Star Wars stuff going on.
I know, right? I mean,
that's what they do in Hollywood now. You have the giant, reverse projection, 500 million pixel displays, and they just put the actors in front of it, so you don't have to actually shoot on location.
Yeah, it's totally smart. And this month, actually, fans, they're bringing out episode 3, The Revenge of the Sith, at the theater. So there's another drive for you, Corey.
Nice.
Do you want to go see it live? Did you actually see those any of those prequels in the theater?
I saw the
prequels, yeah, the episodes 1, 2, and 3.
I saw the because I was born in '85, right?
Okay, so
for me, the ones I saw in theater are the remakes of those. Whenever Lucas went back and he added in, he's like, whenever I imagine these movies, the special effects that we needed, they didn't exist. So that's whenever he added like the additional music number and like Jabba's palace, where it's like not just them playing, but it's like that insane sound number. I remember whenever I saw that in the theater with my friends, we were blown away because that was state of the art, special effects for the era.
Oh, for sure.
Now it's like, I wish they'd go back and redo it yet again to like just update it again.
Yeah, why not? Just touch it up a bit.
Just make it a living movie, right? Like every time there's an advancement, you just polish it a little bit more.
Well, it's like when you watch, like, say, The Matrix, for example, right? And there's like the second one where, Neo's battling like the hundreds of Smiths. And that's an incredible scene. But as time goes on, it starts to get a little like, their advancements. And now I kind of wonder, if you watched Rogue One, with Star Wars, where they did, they had the Tarkin. He was completely generated because, the actor had passed away many years ago. And that looked like so realistic. And it's almost like at some point, I think we're kind of reaching a point now where you may not ever have to do that with a movie. You may not ever have to go back. So yeah, it would be amazing if they went back, because there's lots of movies. The only one that I think is the most incredible is Terminator 2, which I mean, it like there's some movies that just never. I mean, I don't think they could make it look any better, no matter what they did, because the liquid metal thing is just. It just looks too good. But the reason that popped in my head is because I was watching a YouTube video last night of all the different Terminator variants. I don't know. Just going down the rabbit hole, right? But anyway, there's Colion. Let's move on. Sorry. And then, of course, there's NTTX with the final entry right here. No particular order, everybody, but isn't that absolutely beautiful? I mean,
where
look at
are
that
we
location.
In this? Somewhere, it looks like, obviously, in Japan. But what region? I lived in Sasebo, Japan for 3 years.
Did you really?
That was my first duty station.
No way.
In the military. I loved it there.
Very
I
cool.
want to go back. That's where I should have went for vacation instead of just staying home.
Isn't
But
this where, isn't this like where you stayed? That's your apartment
yeah,
at the top.
that's actually my old house right there.
That's absolutely awesome. Well, like I said, everybody, here's the whole thing. Go and vote today up until the 11th, and
Very
have
cool.
fun. Celebrate everybody's entries. It's a ton of fun as we do every week. But let's move on. Now, we also wanted to shout out to everybody here that we just launched a VeVeVerse Open Creators Contest. That's live as well. So it's the same kind of idea, but it's voter generated, like as opposed, like it actually, you have to hit like and reshare on the ones you like the most. And it's the same thing, 2 bonus winners of your entry. So if you've done some stuff in the VeVeVerse, go to our X page and just put it in there and just share it off right here where people are starting to enter now. You can see some really great stuff. And two random people who just like share whatever are going to win. And then the 2 top posts in regards to most likes and reposts will win a prize. So there's 4 prizes here. And this one actually goes until the 13th, 2 more days. So check that out on X. You can see there's already some fun stuff. And we've had a whole bunch of stuff from the last week one that we did as well, Corey. It was, I mean, like you said earlier when we just started the stream, the creations are just, they're astronomical. It's insane. So, I mean, like here's one to show you right here. So this was the one that we had right here. This is their last week. Okay, so look, Miss Gecko right here. And then Jan Collects was the #1 entry. Jan Collects won. So I thought I'd show you that one. Yeah, and there was very close. There's just lots of voting, and so they got the #1 in terms of the most voted for last week. And then of course we had 2 more, of course, that we had 3 more prizes go out actually. So look at that one with Jan Collects, and you can go head over to his YouTube channel as well. He's making some great vids. And then Igor was very close at the time of voting. We had Django Boss X actually had more votes now, because these posts are live forever. Very close with Igor right here as well. So you can see all of these are absolutely beautiful. So these were the last week's winners, and we have a whole new crop for you guys to do this week. So get in there.
Do it to it.
Yeah, exactly. And so that one's live right now for sure. Now, I wanted to talk about a little anniversary, Corey. The Back to the Future DeLorean drop happened, just a little while ago, like the anniversary post. Do you remember this time in VeVe? Because we got a lot of really cool comments below and photos and memories and stuff. I mean, it was an iconic drop.
For sure. This was before my time. Like I was aware of VeVe. I don't think I was making content for VeVe. Like this is definitely like an OG release. What I remember most about the car is the content that I want to say Roth Rind was making. Like he made a video with the crypto comics and crypto group where they're like eating a taco like in the yard, and the car like lands and it like rips the taco apart, which is
That's right.
But there was a bunch of really cool content, for those whenever it initially went out.
Yeah, for sure.
And
a lot of people are posting below. They still hold it. There's the flying one, which is different anniversary,
super
but
cool.
This one is the drivable one. Like in the Back to the Future, we're back. So, a lot of fun. And, the anniversaries, I mean, we've had so much history on VeVe with so many different drops. It was just cool to give people a chance to share some memories of 2021. I mean, 4 years ago, right? So, really fun post right there. Get in there if it's still live, that post, of course. And get in there and share your thoughts if you have a DeLorean, and retweet it out and have some fun with it. Great movies and great collectibles right there. And we have another anniversary that we also announced, that this was great as well. The Tales of Suspense 39 with Iron Man's first appearance. I mean, what a great comic. I know you were here for this one, Corey. And I know you were working on actually, I think there's that beautiful video that you did attached to this drop. I believe that's in the blog and on YouTube.
Yeah, I think you're right. I did do a video on this one.
Yeah.
Classic Mark 1 first appearance. Like it's just one of those, there's some things that you gotta make a video on no matter how busy you are. Like it becomes a priority because it's such an iconic piece of comic history. And that's what this one is, right? Like in terms of, we have so many comic offerings, whether you're a current reader or you're into like actually collecting. And this one, specifically is one of those ones. Classic cover, major importance in terms of a key with a major FA. Super cool, dude.
Oh yeah, I know. It's absolutely awesome. I remember when this one came out, I was absolutely so pumped for it, and it's still one of the best comics we have, of course, in that realm of those, really high level, high tier comics that came out. And it's already been a couple of years. I also remember the Journey into Mystery with Thor's. That one came out on like December 31st, like right on New Year's Eve. And I was actually traveling with my family, and it came out, and I was trying to make sure that I landed that one, and it was tough because when Amazing Fantasy came out, I didn't land that one on the drop. That was just too hard to get. But I did happen to get this one. I just have a 3-digit common on it, and I think I have a rare. But if you have that secret rare or that ultra rare exclusive, I mean, those are just absolutely awesome.
The secret rare is a really nice piece of art too. Like they picked a really good panel, and the way they framed it into the title looks really, really good.
Yeah, right from the inside, right there.
Yeah,
and it just takes you to the movie too. They did such a good
could
job.
be a cover. Like honestly, like that panel could have been the cover. But I like what they did with the cover, which is actually an interesting cover for that era. Like using interior panels from the comic on the cover in that period of time wasn't like they weren't doing that every single comic cover kind of thing.
Yeah, as like an introduction. I know they did that kind of like on Daredevil as well,
Yes.
which was also because they had to have Spider-Man on there because of how popular he was at the moment. They said, "Oh, Spider-Man's also in this comic," but this one's just. I just love the Tales of Suspense like top logo as well, and just kind of that whole era of comics are so cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. So there's one that came out, and we'll have more anniversaries with more great comics as well. And then this one actually just happened yesterday. And this is a really important comic. And I see Mr. MC1 in the chat, and you'll know you'll love this one because the first appearance of Namor was in Marvel Comics 1, which we'll talk about in a second. This is his first appearance in the modern era. So this was still
his reintroduction. Yeah.
Yeah, reintroduction of the character in Fantastic Four #4. And we did see him, of course, in the Black Panther movie in the MCU, which was really cool. And apparently he's going to be in the new upcoming Avengers movie, Corey. Like when they did if you see did you see the promo that they did with all of the kind of all of the actors' chairs? So they they kind of line them all up, and then over like a 5-hour period of that day, Marvel they would show one, and then they would move to the next, and then they released a full video of just all of them with Robert Downey Jr. at the end, and he gets up and he's like kind of like looks at you, but so Namor apparently is going to be in the new movie too, which is really cool. But this comic came out 2 years ago on April the 10th, which was yesterday.
That was 2 years ago. Goodness gracious.
I know. It's wild how fast. And I know you also covered this one too, Corey. So, absolutely beautiful. The thing about this too, we also have Fantastic Four #2 on the platform. And that comic actually has the 10-cent cover, like the 10-cent price. And little thing about that comic, you can find it too on our app, of course, right? That comic was the last 10-cent cover.
Really?
Yeah. So this is this is the 12-cent cover, of course. Now it went to 12 cents, right? But the last 10-cent cover was Fantastic Four 2, which we have, which is the Skrulls, right? Which is a cool cover. So
inflation back then was a comic cost 2 cents more than it did before.
2 cents. Could you imagine the profit margins? They're like, you know what? We have to up it.
Gotta bump these prices.
Yeah, costs of ink, of course, like that for sure, right? But yeah, this is a really key issue. Lots of fun right there. So if anyone has that one, and by the way, Alex Saviak is the exclusive artist, which is also on Amazing Fantasy and Avengers 4 and a whole bunch of others. And I know that you had a chance to talk to him. He's absolutely incredible artist that we have so much. We're so lucky to have his art on our platform as exclusives, right? So
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, just one of the most accomplished artists. And then I just wanted to show this because I saw Mr. MC1 there, and you know what this is all about. But this is when Prince Namor made his first ever appearance in comics, and we all know Marvel Comics on VeVe, and not a lot of people know that. You got the Human Torch in there, but also Prince Namor's in there, and so you can go back and read that one on our platform, and you can see his first appearance. And so then you jump ahead to the #4 with Fantastic Four 4, and you have both. You kind of have both.
How did they do it? They used like a gimmick to reintroduce him. Was it like memory loss? I think they used like a memory loss kind of story plot where he didn't know who he was, and then he discovers who he is. I feel like that's what happens. I need to reread that comic now that we're talking about it. I'm like, how did they reintroduce him? Like, what was the thing? Because they always have to do that, right? Like, they have to fabricate a sort of storyline to explain away how this character went from here and now it's being reintroduced here. I was trying to remember what the gimmick was that they used.
Well, I don't remember either because I have to go back and read it.
Does anyone in chat remember? Let me know. Like,
yeah, that's one that we should know, but for sure. But I mean, you can go read it. That's the best part. Could you read this comic anywhere else? I mean, you can't. Like, what if you had this comic at home? Like, just like, would you be like, hey, just flip through it, like this particular one, and the other one probably wouldn't. You probably have to wear gloves or something and be in a hyperbaric chamber. But anyway, that's great, guys. So we'll talk more about those as time goes on here for sure. Let's get to the next thing we got to do right here. Now, this is great right here. The reason I'm bringing up the Marvel artworks with Scotty Young. So this auction is still live, everybody, for this 1-of-1 Scotty Young artwork with Savage Wolverine #1. And we did a poll question and on X with Scotty Young. And the point of it was just to get everyone to share as many Scotty Young covers as they could. So anyway, just so you guys know, if you want to bid on this one, it's still open for a very brief time coming up. It's almost done, the auction, the live auction, right on our VeVe app, in the artwork section. You have to be on your PC for that. And it's Savage Wolverine #1. Absolutely amazing. But the cool part about this is that, I wanted to do we wanted to just do a little poll question about who their favorite character that we've seen Scotty Young draw. And Spider-Man came in as the #1 right there, Wolverine, and next, and a Deadpool right there. And of course, there's others as well. But the whole point of this post was literally just to see as many Scotty Young covers as possible. And I mean, the art is just so awesome. Good. Yeah, and we have a new comic that you'll see that we revealed that has a Scotty Young. I believe it's the ultra rare. We'll show that one in just a little bit here. But look at right here. Look at Fro coming, of course, with Elektra.
yeah, of course.
Thanks, Fro. We love that. That's the best for sure. And then, of course, the little Marvels, and I mean, Ghost Rider, and look at the little Wolverine. I mean, they're just so awesome, right? I know. Who's your favorite, by the way, that you love? Do you have a favorite that he's done in terms of
from him?
Character? Yeah, like a character that he may draw because he does all these characters so well, right? So
I think it's like kind of the Spider-Man, Deadpool sort of. It's that costume. I feel like he does any character that's costumed like a Spider-Man is costumed. His aesthetic works really, really well, and I really, really enjoy it. But I'm just a big fan. We've talked about it on past streams, but like I grew up reading Bill Watterson's Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah,
and that
right.
Art style. Scotty, like obviously his art is heavily influenced by Watterson's Calvin and Hobbes artistic art style. So for me, like every one of those covers really does remind me of being a kid. My dad introduced me to Calvin and Hobbes whenever I was a kid. That was still in newspapers. There was like Marmaduke, Calvin and Hobbes, Dilbert. Like there was all that one little comic strip in the newspaper.
Yeah.
And so these always just kind of a comfortable place for me.
I know, right? Look at the Edge of Spider-Verse right there.
Yeah.
Sure. And I know people have gone out and collected, almost all of them. They've tried to. And there's only a couple people, I think, that have actually been able to complete the entire collection that VeVe has, in terms of, Scotty Young cover variants, from VeVe Comics to, the Blue app where we have the backlist comics, the older ones that get released. And like I said, there's a new comic we just dropped that has a Scotty Young variant as well. Another one to add. So, and of course, if you get that 1-of-1, then you're the ultimate. If you can get that one of ones plus, I mean, like that, well, only one person can really do it all, right? I mean, one or two. So, I mean, it's crazy, right? But I mean, look, there's even Batman, right? He's done so much really cool stuff. I actually have this Spider-Boy, one. I believe that's the ultra rare. Yeah, that one's. And
I have that one IRL. Like I bought all the physical variants of Spider-Boy.
Yeah,
because my son really wanted to get into that whenever I told him about it.
Look at Wes right here with the Fantastic Four Godzilla cover with the thing. We can look at that all day long. But thanks everybody for participating in that fun poll question, and check out that artwork that is going on right now for a very limited time. There's the Fantastic Four again that we want to talk about. Now, I wanted to bring this up as well. We talked about it just briefly when we started, but we had David Yu, our glorious leader and co-founder, he actually made a really great appearance over a week ago with the Real Uncommon podcast. They had a really awesome live interview with him with a whole panel of amazing guests who asked great questions. And that was fantastic. But also, just a day or so ago here, we had the Collectors Hub. Mainsy and the Collectors Hub actually host David Yu. And actually what they did, it's totally recorded. You can go listen to the whole interview. It was really about his history and where he came from and how he built his stores, physical stores, his collecting style, all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, there's obviously talk about VeVe's history and, thoughts of the future. Really amazing interview, Corey. I just sat back for, it was about 2 hours of just David telling great stories. And I really want to thank David for doing that. And also we want to thank, the Collectors Hub for hosting him. And everyone that came up and asked questions, there were some people who popped up and asked some really cool questions to David. But I know you've had a chance to talk to David a lot of times, at events and in person, outside of just like general work, Corey. And just off the top of your head, like, what's your impression about his passion for collecting? Because it was really evident in this interview.
I mean, it drives pretty much everything historically that's ever happened at VeVe in terms of the product offerings we have, the experience we try to provide, how we continuously try to refine that experience. And even you would know this because you also ran a hobby shop with comics and collectibles in it. And so it's kind of that dance that you do with the IPs and what's happening in the pop culture world and what it is your customers are into and understanding that feedback and making it better over time. Mm-hmm. But every decision that's made, especially from David, who focuses more on the IP side of the house, right, is really with what our collectors love, enjoy historically, what they've been shown to want to collect. He just loves this stuff. Anytime you're at a convention, he's always walking around with a bag of goodies, and it's not just the expensive stuff, it's the little things. He just really, really enjoys the space, and it comes through, if he's having to do like an official space where he's, talking on behalf of the company, it might feel a little, pre-rehearsed or written. And that's because it's a representation of the company and it's not just his thoughts, it's our company's thoughts. But whenever you get him in a space like this and he gets to kind of talk, from the heart about the things, you'll understand why the three pillars that make up VeVe's company, is dream big, collectors at heart, and stay grounded, right? Like those are the three core values that we have as a company. And there's a big reason why collectors at heart is one of them. And it's because of David largely.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. I mean, hearing his stories about how he first got his first store, how that went down when he was a teenager. I mean, in the late 90s, really incredible. And it was really fun to listen to. And of course, then, getting people's reactions and the questions that they had, it kind of takes you all on your own, like, personal journey in collecting and where you come from and why, we love the things we love and the fandoms that we love. And, he's just like the rest of us in that way. So that was really great. So you guys can go listen to that. It's a really great listen. And, stay tuned for even more appearances by our founders and by our staff members and announcements and things like that are coming up. A tons of fun. And thanks again, guys, for hosting them. So let's get to the Marvel Comics releases that we have on VeVe Comics this week. And this is Amazing Spider-Man #1. And this is another start to the series again, Corey. I went for this drop and I was able to land something special.
Oh, yeah?
It's a secret.
Okay. Nice, man.
I know, it's absolutely
people
great.
Often ask us why whenever we release comics we put them in categories based on the series date start year. So like a lot of the Amazing Spider-Man are under the 1964 bracket because that's when the series started, and this is exactly why. Because if we didn't do that, whenever you would try to find the Amazing Spider-Man #1, you would find multiples of them. And so this is a classic example of why that information is labeled that way, which just makes it easier in terms of plugging that into a mobile app or a desktop, app for people to find the things via a database.
Yeah, 100% for sure. And it's a new series right there. And you can pick it up now on VeVe Comics because it's out in print as well. And then we had the Ultimates number 11 right there. Another thing right here. This is great. Loki. I mean, you just got like, I mean, I don't know if you guys love the Ultimates, the universe of that, but the storylines in there are crazy, especially with, the Wolverine, Ultimate Wolverine is absolutely amazing as well. Totally different. Ultimate Spider-Man, of course, how he gets the powers when he's older. I mean, these are just great series right here. You can pick that one up same day as print as well. And then another release that we had on VeVe Comics as well coming up is, of course, the Uncanny X-Men number 13 right here. Another featured comic right here, which is great. And then the Star Wars Jedi Knights 2 with absolutely amazing cover art. So those are all available now as featured Marvel comics, right? Then we have Dynamite also drop the next day. So those Marvel comics, they drop at midnight on Wednesday. So basically like Wednesday morning at 12 a.m., you can pick them up on VeVe. And then these ones drop at 10 a.m. on the same day, Wednesday on, but 10 a.m. in the morning. So not like 12 a.m., right? So you have to wait till the morning. And this, Dynamite's been putting out some crazy comics. This one right here is a readable comic right here. So you can go and grab that one if you like. That's DuckTales. I know you're a big fan of that for sure. Hack and Slash versus Chaos. That is, if you actually looked at our the cover art on this one and the interior panels, not for the faint at heart, Corey. You absolutely got to.
We got something for anyone. Like whatever it is you're into reading, we got you.
Yeah, I know, right? You can pick those up for sure. And then, of course, another feature comic that we have right here on is Betty Page. So, if you remember, if you go back in time, Betty Page is very popular, very famous. This is her comic right here. And there's like, I think 5 different variant covers with some real life, actually, imagery on the covers, which is really cool. So really cool to read that story about Betty Page and everything there. And then, of course, we have the Garbage Pail Kids, which I absolutely love. The first issue sold out, right? So this is issue 3. And I believe this is the final, like this 1, 2, and 3 issues. I think it's this 1, 2, and 3 only of these. So check
the
those
Holy
out.
Trinity.
Yeah. And of course, the Ronnie. Is that for the Garbage Pail Kids? I think that's for the Garbage Pail Kids. But you should see the covers. Have you seen the covers on this number 3 issue right here? And they're so funny. So growing up, like in the 80s, Garbage Pail Kids cards were, they're so cool, right? And Atom Bomb was the first card, of course, and you can see all the different characters in there. It's just a really fun series of art. And I really want them to continue. I want to get more of these, but I think it's just 3 issues that we got right there. So very cool. So those are available now as well. And then this is something that's different as well. We have Humanoids that actually just dropped yesterday. And the really cool thing about these, Corey, these are like longer reads. These are more like, so Corey, in terms of different kinds of comics and, different kinds of things that people can read. I mean, the Humanoids ones, these are actually quite a bit different. They're not like, there's more like, how do I say it? Introspective sort of like storytelling in these, which is really fascinating actually. So.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, here probably within this year, you could spend the entire live stream talking about just our weekly comic releases. Because there's going to be so many publisher offerings, which is awesome, but it ties into exactly what you're talking about.
Right.
We want to make sure that there is something for everyone, whether you're into American superheroes, manga, whatever it is, we want to make sure that we have something for you. And so this is, Humanoids is just another great way for you to find stories that might be completely different. It might be worth checking out if you're just into reading. And you're like, I don't know, like I'm not really into the MCU and I'm not into the whole superhero thing. These aren't these are stories about humans. That's fantastic, like fantastical stories. There's superhero stuff in there too, but it's just, I like having the variety, available.
Yeah. It's just like when you go to your IRL comic shop, you have tons of choices. And you can go into the back issues. You can check out the new stuff. It's amazing. But digital is always there. So, sometimes you can discover a storyline that you really get into that you can go back and find it actually, at the store, at the physical store, or you can find it here. Like if you frequent comic shops, you like to go in or you hear about a story like online and then you actually can find it here later, which is also amazing as well. And just a question from Wes: why is DuckTales 1 not available as a VeVe comic? Right now, it's just a reader version, so you can check that out and you can read it. Some of the comics that are going to show up are just reader versions, and some have both. So that's just a decision, of course, by the licensor, right? So if you want to read the DuckTales one, it's right there available for you. Look at this right here with the Unfabulous 5. This is a really cool story. Lots of humor in that. You can check that one out as well. And then this final one on humanoids that we're featuring. And by the way, there's multiple issues of each of these. So it's volume 1, 2, 3. Like you can actually get into them. The States of Mind is one of the ones I was talking about, Corey, that is more, introspective. And this one actually talks a little bit about like, I guess how people are feeling and, like different states of mind for sure. And it's a little bit more in depth, and emotional in terms of its storytelling and its storyline. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, that's like what Corey was saying. There are different kinds of stories you can read, or you can just do the superhero stuff too, right? Or a bit of both.
The future is yours.
Yeah, exactly. So those are all available right here. You go to the new this week. If you're watching the stream for the first time, you go to VeVe Comics right here, veve.me/comics, and you can go to our VeVe Comics site. You can see in the new this week, they're all listed right here, and you can get into them all. You can see all the comas right here. There's multiple volumes that you can check out. And there's other comics as well from each. Those are just the featured ones, but Elvira's in there. I mean, we got Miss Fury, the Garbage Pail Kids. This Daredevil one right here is really cool because there's like a new suit that he's wearing.
That's the reintroduction of the black suit, I want to say.
Yeah, that's right. This one right here, that's the Daredevil 20, which is awesome. Good call on that one, Corey, for sure. And if you go to page 3, we have more. We have the Hulk. We have this Doctor Strange of Asgard is actually kind of getting a lot of attention, that particular issue in IRL. Just the storyline in there. That one's really cool. Of course, Wolverine. I mean, like Storm number 7. There's the Ultimates that we featured. See, there's a couple of Unfabulous 5s. So it's more than just one that we're featuring. We're just showing the kind of the main cover right there. You can see there's the Amazing Spider-Man number 1. And of course, the Star Wars comics. So those are all available now. There is a question that has come up about the volume of comics that are being dropped.
For sure.
And you talked about that just a second ago. Comic publishers, they're going to keep producing new work, and we're going to keep sharing
model, right? Yeah. Like their business model. If you're a comic publisher, is to release comics. The interesting thing and really the exciting thing about working at VeVe and all of you collecting on VeVe is it allows licensors to reach a global audience. There's no shipping, there's no logistics, there's no manufacturing. They simply can have their artists wherever they live, wherever they might be, write their stories, share their art, give those cultural perspectives that are unique to them as a human where they live in that point in time. And via VeVe, they can just instantly make that available. Right. Whether it's a limited edition comic, which you can buy and sell, or whether it's just a reader version that, you can download locally and have like you would on a Kindle.
Right.
And so given the state of the world right now, the digital proposition has never been better. Digital is a great solution for so many places in the world currently. So it's a really exciting time. And with that said, like I mentioned earlier, you can probably safely expect to see, if you look at the top of this page Aaron has open right now, you see 24/7 Comics, Ablaze, Dynamite, Humanoids, Marvel. Probably going to be Rose right there and then in the very near future. And I'm excited for it because variety is the spice of life. There should be something for everyone, not just someone who loves the American superhero genre, which I do. Like, look behind me. Like, I got nothing against it. But, we're trying to create an inclusive, exciting place where the world can collect. So not just if you're in America or North America, not just if you're an English speaker and reader. Like, we want to have a place where the whole world can collect and come together. So I'm excited to see where we go with that. And I'm excited to see the variety.
Well, every week, they're going to keep bringing out great new stories, and we're going to keep providing them for you. So well said, Corey. And thanks so much, everybody. Check that out for sure. I know you guys are going to love it. Some of these stories are great. And you can go for the limited editions that are only available here as well, which is great. So let's move on. I just wanted to mention this in terms of VeVe Comics. So what we did on our socials this week, starting this past Monday, was for better communication and just to have everything all in one place. Our VeVe Comics socials have been sunsetted in a way where we won't be posting information about VeVe Comics releases and stuff on our VeVe Comics socials anymore. We've actually just transitioned everything over to the main VeVe account. So if you're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and of course X, make sure you follow VeVe Official, the blue app. The blue just for everything now. We have
the everything app, right?
It's the everything app, yeah. And we still have those pages up, and you can still interact with them for sure. And they're still being monitored and watched. If there's questions that pop up, we'll still be checking that and everything. But all of our new information is going to be there on VeVe Official now. And that's just to keep everything in one place, keep you all informed, and make sure that you guys don't miss anything for sure. So that's an announcement we did earlier this week. But let's move on right here. We got Blackpink to talk about, Corey. And this is coming tomorrow. And I see O'Milly's in the house right here. And thank you so much. O'Milly looks like be doing a drop space tomorrow on Twitter with the Blackpink announcements and everything. So everybody make sure you tune into that. And, make sure you have some fun with this one. We wanted to get into this one right here. All the information is on the blog. But we just wanted to just let you guys know a few things about this drop, just specifically how it works and, how things are available to you, right? So we have the 4 characters, of course, and each of them have multiple poses, which is fantastic. And they also have special editions, and the special editions are like the diamond-y type ones, which are absolutely amazing. And there is a mystery airdrop if you're able to collect a whole bunch of them, like all of them, and we'll show you which ones. And that it's actually a timed one. And these are only available as well for a certain period of time, this particular Blackpink release. So, Corey, I know you know a lot about this, but we'll scroll right down right here. Of course, we have the different variants right here. I just want to, you guys can read all of these ones on your own. I want to get to the descriptions about like how this drop works, but you can see each one has a special edition. Okay, so just so you know. And there's the animated one right there. You can see there's all of them. And then there's Jenny, of course. She has her special edition as well, which is great. And we'll just scroll down right here, everybody. Rose right there, of course. She's got her special edition. I mean, if you collect all special editions, you'll see what you'll be able to get. Yeah. And of course, we have, they're all animated. There's animated ones as well. And then Lisa, of course, we just did this post today, so you'll see that as well. That just came out, and there's her special edition. And but you can see them all in the blog article right here, and of course, you can start seeing them showing up on the app now. But if we go down here, this is what I really wanted to talk about. And Corey, you know all about this. You guys, your team worked really hard on this one, right for sure for this drop. But for collectors who complete all 4 sets. So there's multiple variants in each one of Jisoo, Jenny, Rose, and Lisa from the Blackpink series may be eligible to receive a mystery airdrop.
Yeah,
Can you tell us what that is, Corey?
I can't tell. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but I can tell you it's. In terms of mystery airdrops and in terms of rewards, like this for me is a really gracious reward. I think it's worth it. You're not just going to get a thing, kind of sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes whenever they're looking at those reward mechanisms, and you're on that team as well. There's a council of people that get together and talk about how these things are going to work. We look at past history. We look at how many collectors are engaging with certain things, and then big decisions are made upon that. But for something like this, you'll notice that this is dropping for the Korean time zone. We also have to take into consideration what do those fans and those collectors that we want to have come here and enjoy our platform, what are they going to like? Yeah. So a lot went into it, but yeah, I think that mystery airdrop, people will be excited about it. It's one of the better ones. And there's also like an entire, you say my team worked a lot on this, but a lot of that work is actually happening in Korea.
That's what I wanted to ask you about a little bit. Yeah. Is that in regards to, the audience right here, it's really amazing. The push that we're putting towards that market and that particular, the fans that we have for Blackpink over there. And so, of course, we have our marketing for here as well. But there's a lot of work going into that from multiple teams, which is really fantastic, which you guys will see for sure. Right. But In terms of the mystery airdrop, I mean, this is really cool. If you collect all of those, you'll actually have a chance to get that one. And it's a timed thing right here, which is great. So if you actually, it says right here, to be eligible for the mystery airdrop, everybody, there is a snapshot that will be taken from all 4 set holders. Okay, so you have to have all 4 sets, and it excludes the diamond editions. You don't need to get those ones for the mystery airdrop, but there is something else. Yeah, there's something else for the special editions as well. I'll tell you in just a sec. But from the shutdown series, on April 30th at the random time between 2 to 4 p.m., set holders who are eligible to be airdropped with the reward within 72 hours. You have to have them from store purchase digital collectibles are eligible. So you can't go to the market to finish those sets. They have to be store. And right here, it's on April the 30th between 2 to 4. So there's the snapshot. So you have to be holding them by then and for that time. And then you'll get that airdrop within 72 hours. And like I said, it's store only on those ones. And the price on these ones is 15 gems. So, to be able to go after them is really, quite fun. So stay tuned for that, everybody. We can't tell you what it is, but definitely something awesome that, I'm sure Blackpink fans will love. But there is another thing for the special editions, Corey.
Yeah, sub rewards. If you have all those special editions, you get the special edition airdrop, which is nice. It's beautiful. That looks really, really cool, by the way.
This one's gonna be super,
once you have that in the VeVeVerse, you throw it in AR.
It's going to be super scarce. Right, this one right
here.
Yeah. So the VeVe Heart logo, pink and silver diamond. So unlock the pink and silver diamond VeVe Heart logo. The exclusive 3D digital collectible will be airdropped to collectors. This is outside of the mystery, you guys. This one's fully disclosed right here. Will be airdropped to collectors who hold all 4 diamond special editions from the characters right here, from all of them, the band members, as a part of the Blackpink shutdown series. Don't miss your chance to collect this gem. Now, you can go from the market to get these. This is the cool part. This is it's very difficult to land from the store. Well, so we want to open it up for everybody. To be eligible for the VeVe Heart logo, pink and silver diamond, that's this one right here. A snapshot will be taken of all the diamond ones right here, the special editions, the holders, on April 30th at a random time between 2 to 4, so really at the same time. Collectors who are eligible to be airdropped the VeVe Heart logo collectible within 72 hours. Store and market purchase digital collectibles are eligible. So you can get these any way you can. Just make sure you have them at that time. And if you have all 4, you'll be eligible for this airdrop.
Let's go.
Pretty simple. Hey, Corey?
Yep.
So yeah, if you have any more questions about that, check it out. And of course, you can participate in the blind box starting tomorrow, which is going to be a lot of fun for sure. And if you complete the whole set, I wanted to show the MCP bonuses right here. So pretty nice. Hold all sets, earn 11.5 daily, and you get a 400 bonus because there's 4 sets. So pretty amazing, right? And then if you have them all, then of course that qualifies you for that mystery airdrop. So that's how it works in a nutshell.
Have you all released any of the animation videos, like previews of them dancing and all of that stuff? Has that been put out public yet?
There are videos out, and they're being, like you mentioned, in terms of the marketing, are actually in another region being promoted quite heavily. And so fans in our region here, like in North America and around, they will see some of this stuff as time goes on. Okay. And you'll be able to see it in the app as well when you actually click in there and be able to look at the collectible. But there are multiple videos that are being put out there that are absolutely fun, and but they're being directed at a very unique audience, a very wide and vast unique audience as far as I know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, which is cool. Oh. When Metallica, Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah. It's the right PFP for that question.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun, everybody. So check that out for sure. And of course, there is the heart logo as well that you can go after. We'll see how that turns out for sure. Now we wanted to get on to some of our announcements and reveals. We have a special reveal coming up. Now, just so you know, everybody, if you've been chatting this whole time, big shout out to our mods, Josh and OMW, for hanging out in the chat, and say a big congrats to OMW. I think he's taking time out from a bachelor party today to be here for you guys. Can you believe that? So big congrats to him, Dub, on everything that's going on with you. We love that. And thank you guys for helping us out today. And if you've been chatting and hanging out, you have that chance to win one of 2 collectibles randomly. So you'll get notified. So just keep on hanging out with us for sure today. And if you missed the earlier part of the stream, go back. There's lots of different contests going on. The VeVeVerse contest is open on X if you want to show some of your VeVeVerse creations and maybe win a prize. And of course, we have the VeVe feed contest that you could actually win as well. That goes just to tonight. The VeVeVerse contest goes all the way through the weekend. And we have some other fun stuff as well. But Corey, this comic book right here just came out. And look at the cover on that. I actually really love this cover of this Deadpool comic right here. He's sitting on the throne. I like to see this created in the VeVeVerse. If possible.
That's a competition idea. I like that. Do you know anything about this comic? All I know is that it's in store for 30 days only.
Yeah, I know. This is the new one. This is where Deadpool basically, it's a really kind of a humorous thing. It's obviously a new launch to a new series as well, as we talked about the Amazing Spider-Man. But he actually takes, I don't know, I want to say control, but he basically raised, the Jeff the Land Shark comes under his care in this. He's got to look after Jeff the Land Shark. And you can see that we had those 2 other Jeff the Land Shark comics come out. So this is a funny one where he actually has to look after him. You can see the secret rare over there where he's he's having to look after this creature, this hilarious creature. So it's a really fun issue. And we've seen a lot of the shark, in Marvel Rivals. I know that character's in there, like you mentioned. So this is a fun comic. This just dropped as well. So you can check it out. 30 days in the store. And then we also have the Doctor Strange comic right here. This is, the Loki Sorcerer Supreme. And this is with Loki as Sorcerer Supreme. And we have the little ghost dog right there. So there's another kind of, it's funny how these comics, they drop close together, Corey, because you have the land shark being, having to be looked after by Deadpool. And then you have the ghost dog story having to be looked after by Doctor Strange. It's kind of almost like a Pets week.
Yeah, when Pets on VeVe.
Yeah, when Pets on VeVe, right? So this comic as well, this is really cool. You guys can check this one out with the different covers as well. I mean, look at this is Nicoletta Balderi, her artwork. Absolutely. I mean, I know I don't. She's got to be one of your favorites. Hey, Corey, I know she's one of my favorites in terms of her art.
Yeah. It's also one of my wife's favorites, which by default kind of, because she buys same as I do, physical comics. So I see a lot of these. You appreciate them more, whenever you're handling a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they're absolutely beautiful, and you can only get some of them here, which is crazy, right? Considering how famous she is. It's absolutely awesome. So there's a comic that came out as well. And of course, I just wanted to re-mention this. I talked about this a little bit earlier, but this
timer.
The timer is clicking down. Let's see. Is it going to stop? Is it available? What's happening? It might be done. It might have just finished, actually.
It's cached to whenever you loaded this initially, and so it's ticking down between
2 minutes.
The time.
It's 2 minutes, Corey. 2 minutes left. This is hilarious. I never realized it was going to do that. But anyway, it's under 2 minutes to go. If you want to get in a last minute bid on Scotty Young's Savage Wolverine 1 of 1, and if you go back to the beginning of the live stream, we showed the poll question we did with all the amazing Scotty Young covers. So look, there's only a minute to go. We can actually just leave it here for a second and just see what happens. Hey, are you going to put in a bid right now?
Oh yeah, I'll just drop $2,000.
eBay.
That's just the starting bid. Who even knows? And it's Scotty Young, who's one of the most popular amongst our more, high level collectors.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
But I mean, it is a one-of-one artist proof digital. I'm actually doing an interview tonight with one of our exclusive artists for an upcoming artwork. And then I'm doing another interview on Saturday at 9 a.m. with another one of the exclusive arts. We're going to try to start cycling more of the exclusive artist interviews. And then also I want to have on the VeVe page, right now we don't have a brand breakdown section or an artist breakdown section. If you'll go to Sideshow Collectibles and you look at the top of page for them, I'd really like for our page to look more like that. And so we're starting the work of, not even starting the work, we've been doing the work of providing all of the content that's going to be required to populate sections like that. So I'm stoked for it. Stoked to have like an artist bio section where they can be like, hey, I'm so-and-so. I'm super excited to have my stuff on VeVe because it lets me reach a global audience. Do those cool little, sound bites.
Yeah, 100%. Look at this story. I can't wait to see those. That's going to be awesome. Let's see what happens. I see. I knew what song you were doing right there. Who won in the chat? Was it Josh? Josh, did you win? Was it Batman Who Laughs? I wish I could. Did you? You could have. Was it OM Dubs who won? We'll see, everybody. It says the winner will be announced soon. But anyway, that's a lot of fun. And that's how the auctions work, guys. Just get in there and have some fun with it. Now,
tell us. That's a bummer.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm saying I wish that page would tell us.
Like immediately, yeah.
Note to the editor right now. I'll just send that direct to the senior leadership team. I was doing a stream for this company, and we were like,
exactly right. It's funny too because if you've ever, it actually can be really entertaining. Is if you go on like a site like eBay or any auction site, and you just watch auctions go. It's really fun. Actually, if you go to like heritage auctions or if you go to like collectible auctions, like Sotheby's when they do like it's super fun to watch them. Actually, like just people bidding, and so there's a little countdown for ours right there. And good, congratulations to whoever got that one. That is the classic. Now, we did burn a couple of Marvel comics this past week as well. We're getting close to the end of the show here, guys, but we're going to close it up pretty quick. But we do have a comic reveal, and we're going to talk a little Star Wars in just a second right here, so stay tuned. But this comic right here, the VeVeVerse, it's the VeVeVerse #1, burned already, like previously last week. So that's really great. And all of our Marvel comics, Corey, that release on the Blue app, 30 days only, and then they're gone. Whatever supply is left is what it is. So we've been putting out the announcements. Let us know if you guys want us to continue those. It's a lot of fun. I think people have been really liking that. We've been giving them that info.
I'm happy we're doing that.
Yeah.
Like, the idea that the market dictates like scarcity, like I've always thought that was like a smart way of doing business. I'm so glad we are now, because then, you just grab a couple in case no one else does. And then you end up with, they all burn and there's only like 500 editions and suddenly you have a super scarce comic. Like, I love it.
Yeah. Or you get a chance to go after like, in a blind box format, where you could land a secret rare or an ultra rare or a cover that you want. Especially if it's like kind of scarce and there's not many available in the market, you can just go for it there if you want. And so we'll continue to announce every time that we have one coming up. And I'll show you the next one, one of the ones that's kind of key that's coming up as well very shortly. And then we had It's Jeff #1. So these ones came out like on a Tuesday and a Thursday. So they both just burned. And, for 30 days only, right? So, and then we saw that, like Jeff is really getting a lot of attention right now. Maybe Jeff will be like biting Dr. Doom's heels or something like that in the new movies coming up. Like munching on, like, maybe he'll be the guy who saves the universe. Who knows what happens, right? But you got to wonder why they keep putting out these awesome comics. They're hilarious, right? So, and by the way, the Ultra, I think is it the secret rare over there where I think Deadpool's sitting on the little rubber ducky? I think that's the secret rare variant, right?
Yeah. I don't think it's Deadpool. Is it? I think it's Namor. I can't tell.
Oh, is that Namor down there? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's Namor down there. So there he is up there riding him right there. It's hilarious. And then look at all the different characters on the cover. Lots of fun. So this one I wanted to mention, there's a couple comics that are burning before this one, but this is X-Men #2. This is coming up in, I think early, like mid next week. So
Vanisher. Ooh.
Yeah, the Vanisher.
Who became a phenomenon before your eyes in the MCU. Let us not forget whenever the Vanisher... Wait, have we ever seen anything from the Vanisher ever?
That's the crazy part.
Have we? Maybe he's been there the whole time, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe, right? And I just love how when they drop a comic like this, you have to ask, why is Marvel dropping this comic? It's really interesting. It's fascinating, right? Because this is a Silver Age second appearance of the X-Men. So for those reasons, it's crazy. I mean, look at the exclusive cover art, like on that ultra rare is just absolutely awesome. Really nice. It's probably one of the nicest ones. I think a lot of people agree with that. It's just such a beautiful cover with the original suits and so cool, right? And by the way, I love Rogue's suit on the Evolvable, Rogue's X-Men suit. When we did that poll question, she was that suit was the most favorite out of all
Was
the
it?
variants.
I
Yeah,
thought it might
by
be.
a lot too, like the X-Men 97 sort of, yellow suit. Really iconic. But this
We're
one's
trying to
burning
we're trying
out
to
next
talk
week.
them into doing like the comic collectible companion. Like, right, like you release the collectible and you release the comic that like it references over. That'd be awesome.
100% for sure, right? So this one's coming up. Stay tuned for the announcement on that one for sure. And then right here, we had this comic actually just announced, and you can see that Scotty Young in there because we had a nice Scotty Young kind of themed show in a little ways today where we talked about him a lot. And you can see there's another variant there for you guys to go get. And this is, of course, the X-Men #1. So we have a lot of #1s coming out, which is really great, like restarting of series with new storylines and new directions. And those are really great comics to read. And when you start to look at like what they're doing, what Marvel's doing, and where they're going to take their stories, they always take from the comics and histories in certain ways and change things. So it's fun to read these stories, like get involved with them, see what happens if you really want to get into Marvel speculation. I mean, comic releases are some of the best things you can possibly do. But this one just announced as well, so check that one out, everybody. But we do have another announcement, Corey, and we're going to end the live stream off talking a little bit about Star Wars, because we have a comic that's coming out that's going to be revealed right after the live stream. We're going to reveal it for you here, and the covers. No one's ever seen these yet. And this is one of my favorite IRL comics for sure that's come out in the last. So are you ready, Corey?
I'm prepared. is chat ready? Let's
It's Jango Fett #1, which I
comic. Jango Fett.
He's the best.
He's all right. I mean, it's a cool comic.
You don't love Jango Fett? Oh
gosh.
It's so awesome.
You know what I want? I want I want us, Lucasfilm, David, if you're watching, can we get like the Darth Vader series? Can we get an entire line of these exclusive variants so we can put them all together?
Ooh.
Because for the Darth Vader series, every single variant has like the character and its lightsaber. So I have all of these, and it looks
just like the vintage.
Are you guys watching? Please,
like
please, just for me. Other people like it, I promise. I'm sure chat. I'm sure chat will confirm. Help me. Jango Fett's cool, dude. Like, don't get me wrong. It's super cool.
Oh yeah, I know though. Those would be awesome too, because like those variant covers that we have of the vintage style. People collect all of those, just exactly sort of, and the Marvel ones with the Marvel kind of toy packaging covers.
Yeah,
those are all really great.
Yeah,
series.
I like those too. I know what you're talking about.
Those are a lot of fun. So this is Jango Fett. So this will be dropping next Thursday, and I believe next Tuesday. So you'll see the article come out very shortly here, and we're kicking off our Star Wars sort of themed stuff. This will be the first one we've seen in a little bit of. There's comics that have shown up on VeVe Comics as well, which is great. You saw those recent runs as well, but this is a really cool comic. This is the Lionel Francis U cover right there, which is great. And then of course the uncommon right here is got the David Marquez cover. This is Aura Singh. She's that really cool bounty hunter, which is great. That's the uncommon right here. And then we have the Derek Chu variant. This is the rare. I mean, that is classic right here. I absolutely love that. I'm a huge Star Wars nut. I can't help myself. And then we have the Virgin variant of that one as well with no,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
At first I was like, it looks exactly the same, but you hadn't clicked the tab thing over. That looks really nice. That looks like a piece of art. I really, really like that one.
Oh, yeah. Just put it up on your wall in the VeVeVerse for sure. And then, of course, we have the secret rare, which is the movie variant, which is actually him from the movie. So awesome. So there's all the covers right there. This one will be releasing very shortly right here. We'll put out the blog article. You can check it out. You can see what if you like it or not. And it's in store for 30 days only for sure. Right. So Corey, let's do the transition. And we'll just end the stream with a little bit of
what is the transition? Is this the transition? It's just us.
The transition. There we go. There's the
transition. Hey everyone. a little more of an intimate moment with all of you now. That's just me on the screen.
Crafty Pass thought it was Star Wars #2. Stay tuned. You never know. We'll see what happens right here. And Mr. MC1, perhaps there will be Star Wars stuff on May the 4th for the fans. So Corey, can we talk a little bit about that? Because I know that last year with May, we had a few Star Wars releases like the Sandcrawler and a few other things, which were kind of cool.
And Jawas number 1, 2, 3, And let us
Yes.
not forget the iconic Star Wars Jawas, number 4. Yeah,
You gotta love
I
it.
think that was I enjoyed them. I mean, it is what it is. But this upcoming May, uh, if you're a Star Wars fan, you are going to be excited to be a collector on VeVe. I am a Star Wars fan, and I have been working with my team and with everyone else, and the licensor for like
Yep.
the last month and a half, to curate a really exciting, not just a May the 4th kind of thing, but
Yeah.
an entire experience. So I'm excited whenever we can actually talk more about that, because those are going to be the funnest streams for me, because that's like my favorite. I mean, if you look behind me, like obviously I kind of like that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
May's going to be a good month if you're a Star Wars fan.
Oh, that's amazing to know, Corey, because I know people have been asking, what are you guys going to be doing in May? You guys will find out. You'll see. But if you, like you said, like Corey just said, if you're a Star Wars fan, stay tuned, because I think you'll be very happy. And a lot of different things have been going. We'll obviously get right into it when announcements come out and everything, which won't be that long from now. You guys will just have a little bit of time to wait. It's already April the 11th. We're
Yep.
getting close. You can have that Jango Fett comic and start getting ready, start preparing yourself. You can go and see the episode 3, that's coming out in the re-release in the theaters. My son and I, we went and saw, well, my family, we went and all saw The Phantom Menace when it came out a few months ago in the theater again, because they never saw it in the theater, like had the movie experience. Cool. So going to see like episode 3, the Revenge of the Sith in the theater would be really cool as well. And so that's kind of like I think that's towards the end of this month or mid this month, just IRL. But it's super cool, Corey, to know that your team's been working on like just amazing stuff. And I know. Can there be any teases, or we have to just wait? I know there's.
Oh, you just gotta
we'll
wait.
Just wait, guys. We'll just.
I'm
wait.
not getting in trouble after working that hard for 2 months to prep all this stuff.
No, I think it's really going to be super fun, guys, and just stay tuned for announcements on that. But this May should be a really chocolate, and also, Corey, without talking about different releases and stuff, just the way that VeVe and your team is approaching these kind of like campaigns and drops and everything. I know we have more stuff beyond, like say for May as well, that you're pretty excited about internally, right? I know you guys have really been focused on certain processes and the way that things get released, right?
For sure. Campaign themes essentially is what that is. So whenever it makes sense, we can do basically a monthly campaign instead of just releasing products disparately, where a thing releases that you like and you may not see that thing if you're that fan for another 3 months. Like why not combine things and create a theme, do customer acquisition focuses to find other fans? Because isn't that the whole point of the collectible space? It for sure, like you could just be a hermit and collect what you love and not talk to anyone, but we're trying to curate not just a place where the world can collect, but where the world can collaborate and do things together and talk about the things that you enjoy and share your fandoms with each other. And do that, we need more people from those fandoms, right? And so the best way of doing that is sort of larger monthly campaigns. So I'm excited to see them start kicking off for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, guys, we're going to leave you with that today. Sorry we couldn't reveal any more than that, but believe me, stay tuned. It's going to be a ton of fun. Like I said, you got the Blackpink this weekend. We have more comics coming next week. We have lots more news and announcements. Also, if you guys want to get involved in, regards to like campaigns and regards to growing our platform, make sure you check out the VeVe affiliate program. You can actually go and check it out. You can apply. And we're still in the application phase right now. A lot of people have been accepted. A lot of people, you'll see them on the timelines, are already sharing their affiliate codes. And there's a lot more coming for people who sign up. So make sure you check that out. Ask any questions if you want. You can just go to the website. It's down below in the link, like in the comment section of this video. And if you have questions, just, hit the email there and send them in. Find out what you need to know and get involved. And also, if you see people out there doing things, make sure you support all of our content creators, whether they're in a program or not. Make sure you're having a lot of fun and going to people's spaces and showing up at their like live streams and retweeting and resharing. I mean, now's the time to get out there and kind of share everything that you enjoy about VeVe and the digital collecting space in general. It's only going to keep growing. We're just here. We've been here for like 4 or 5 years now together. And the world is starting to catch up to how things go with the whole world of digital collecting and digital everything. I mean, it's just a matter of time. You can really see it when you go to the Comic Cons, and we will be at some of those Comic Cons, Corey. So that's super exciting as well. But I'll let you get back to work. Corey's super busy today, guys. Thank you so much for coming out, and we'll see you in the next live stream, right, Corey?
Absolutely. Happy collecting, everyone. We'll see you in the next one.